YouTube, what up? Today's video is going to be why hip-hop does not respect KSI by one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, Louaista. Be sure to subscribe to Louaista, one of the best commentary channels on current trends and the things that are most popular.
Streamers and rappers are more intertwined than ever these days.
Let's get it.
With rappers like Drake even churning up at Kai's university to salute him for the impact that he's had on kids all over the world.
To be able to organize this incredible.
But the thing with Drake, he always got to get his name in something. Drake cannot go I don't know how many days without making sure that his name is in something. If it's big, Drake got to be involved.
Academia event, gather you all together in one place is something that has never been done before. It's an extraordinary feat. And I want you all to show the most love that you possibly can. Where you're deep.
But then on Kai's side though, it's like, bro, you were able to get Drizzy Drake on your channel. Like, come on, bro.
The one and only.
That's right.
And if you're looking at people who've done a lot to bridge that gap, it's fair to say that KSI is the one who might have set the wheels in motion. At just 31 years of age, JJ Olatunji.
I think that's what niggas don't give my nigga KSI enough credit for, bro. He be setting shit in motion, and then they just want to act like, oh, KSI is just this UK YouTuber play FIFA. Like, no, bro. He started YouTube boxing literally. He started the whole saga of, you know, not started, but he sort of blew up, especially in the UK, the saga of YouTubers becoming rappers and songwriters and singers and whatnot. He started all of this, and then it's just, oh nah, he's just, you know, he's some neek from the UK.
He's a global star. Crazy. And it all started from playing Call of Duty Black Ops in his bedroom at his parents' house.
Guys, it's your boy KSI, legitimate, and today I've got a ground.
Hold up.
Team.
My boy Vance out here doing Herculean efforts, literally putting up ceilings. Okay.
Deathmatch.
And now he can barely go anywhere in the world without fans flocking to see him. But if you ask most people what KSI is known for, they probably wouldn't say the one thing he cares about the most: his music. Because while he may have made millions from YouTube, boxing, and even allegedly selling moldy lunch products to kids, it seems like most of his followers outside of the...
Like, can we just go and keep doing that? Like, he wasn't just literally selling moldy lunch products. Like, some of them had mold.
UK barely even know that he raps. And when they do,
but
they
a majority
immediately assume
fine.
It'll be trash.
As a YouTuber, you know, making music, there's always the stigma that, first of all, you can't make music. Second,
well, that's a fact too. Ask DDG. DDG will know that the best is that, like, trying to make that transition from just YouTuber to anything else really is such a difficult jump.
If you do, it's gonna be bad, and it's not gonna get, you know, it's not gonna do well critically anyway.
And unfortunately for him, it seems like that's the situation he finds himself in, with the very thing he invests most of his time into being the element of his life that's used to clown him.
But is the song funny outside of the context?
It's not funny!
No, not outside.
It's funny!
The thing is, you can't get triggered by people on YouTube telling you what you're doing is not good. Like, some people literally exist on the internet. Like, they might not necessarily be like this in real life, but on the internet, you get to be whoever you want to be. So some people exist on the internet literally just to troll and make people mad. They love this. Look how mad he is.
Oh, no.
Is my life funny, bro?
No.
I'm entitled to my opinion. That's the thing. Everyone's saying I'm not allowed.
Well, there's the thing.
Why am I not allowed?
No, but
if someone comes at me, why am I not allowed to go back at him?
It's your boy Louaista, and we're gonna go through the series of events that led KSI to this unfortunate point.
I also think that was on purpose, though. The whole doubling down on hating the fact that people were calling him out and whatnot. I feel like at a certain point, JJ, like, 100% started feeding into it. Like, he started getting to the point where he was, like, sort of baiting people to talk crap about his song because he knew it was going to be blowing him up more. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's all for publicity, but I definitely think a little bit of it for sure got to him, for sure.
From being relentlessly trolled to getting mocked by his own peers, this is the wild story of how KSI failed to become a respected rapper. If you've been on the internet for the past decade,
I don't like how they put it as failed to become. What the hell? Hold on.
Probably familiar with KSI's rise to fame and fortune. Launched by FIFA gameplay videos, which eventually progressed to comedy and
FIFA
vlogging,
gameplay.
KSI's empire has expanded
Very
to the
simple way to
point
put
that
it.
he now
I'm
has
gonna adjust this
25
real
million
quick, guys.
subscribers. Along the way, he's aided his friends in nurturing their own successful careers through the Sidemen, and sparked a very profitable craze through his Prime Hydration drink that he rolled out alongside Logan Paul. Then, there was his boxing career, which has led to a 6-1 record, and unexpected acceptance from that community for helping to get young people into the sport.
You are both actually described also by the commentators as a credit to the boxing community because of the kind of the heart and stuff.
Thank you. It's like, bro, when you start something, when you start a trend, there should always at least be props for those things. Like, at least with the boxing, if you want to say he didn't start YouTubers becoming rappers and songwriters or whatever, sure, he definitely propelled it to another level, but he might not have started it. With the YouTube boxing, if you actually know the lore of it, it started genuinely with Joe Weller and I believe it was, who's the bald guy? This is going to be really bad. Theo Baker. Joe Weller and Theo Baker did a little, like not even an event. They literally just boxed in a video. And then KSI and Joe Weller then took that to an actual event. And from there, it was boom. It was history in the making, and it became what it became. So I understand, at least give him credit for being, that guy. But now we're talking about hip-hop. And obviously, you can't enter the hip-hop world without having a certain, level of respect. At least from the hip-hop world, you feel me?
You brought to the fight. Did you feel kind of accepted or welcomed by the boxing community?
I felt like after it was over, a lot of people were like, okay, I respect it. Yeah. Like, they put on a good show. It was entertaining. It wasn't a boring fight. They went at it, and it got a lot of people, it influenced a lot of people.
But despite the fact that he seems to win in essentially every arena, the only area where he hasn't found immediate praise and accolades comes in his attempts to get into hip-hop. Because in that world, it often feels like nothing but clowning awaits him. And considering
You also gotta consider the whole UK aspect. Like, I would just say the UK rappers in general find it harder to break and blow up in the hip-hop world. Just simply, one, because of the accent, but then two, because hip-hop has such a heavy... And this is gonna be weird, because when you actually study music history, the roots of hip-hop go, beyond even just, in America, but... Hip-hop has a heavy rooted history in America, and if you want to separate rap and hip-hop from each other, you can, but I kind of put the two together when I generally talk about the world of hip-hop, and especially rap, which is what KSI tries to do, is be a rapper. He sort of now is separating from that by doing other forms of music, but in terms of rap, when he tries to break into the rap world, it's like, bro, we know where your background is, and when you're rapping about certain things, you're limited. You can't rap about taking kids on a field trip and being a good upstanding Samaritan. You can only do that for so long and get so far in the rap world with that. You kind of have to rap about certain things to be the best of the best. There are very limited number of standout people that can sort of break from that. Eminem is literally top of my head. Maybe Will Smith during his prime were a couple of individual examples you could point to that didn't necessarily focus on murder, gang violence, sex with women, and all of these themes that are associated with rap and hip-hop, but they were still able to escalate to levels way beyond the traditional rapper, if you will. But it's hard to do that. Every one of the other biggest rappers of all time, Biggie, Tupac, DMX, Wu-Tang Clan, Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, you name it, all of those names, they have rapped about gang violence. They've rapped about sex with women, multiple women at one time. What in the world just happened? Hopefully we're good, boys. Hopefully we're good.
He succeeded everywhere else, the hate only seems to make him push harder, even though his songs are basically memed to the point that it'll be subpar. And
I feel like I was in the middle of a point. Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, you name it, all of those names, they have rapped about gang violence. They've rapped about sex with women, multiple women at one time. But for the folks on YouTube, if I do end up editing this video and clipping it out or whatever, my OBS just crashed, and I can't really tell whether or not my streaming is properly going without checking my phone now. So there's that.
By the comments to his post on X where he announced a new song just last month, fans don't even give his new music the time of day before coming to the conclusion that his music is bad. But why does he even want to be a musician in the first place, being that he makes millions from simply making videos on YouTube and other business venture? By his own admission, KSI's entry into hip-hop culture wasn't what he expected, as he literally admitted that he only began rapping as a joke during his streams, before eventually—
And those are the things, right? Like, the issue is, if you say that even once, if you reveal that your rap and your hip-hop and what doesn't come from the soul even once, for the rest of eternity, people are going to seclude you from being able to be included in any conversations of the greatest of anything. Like, you're eliminated.
Actually spiraling into something
It's
more
a joke.
serious, which reflects where he's at in life.
Even when you started playing FIFA, like, I want to be a musician, I want to be a rapper. This is like, when did you know that was what you wanted to do?
Well, I mean, with the music, like, I've always just wanted to do it anyway because it's just a hobby. Like, I just like making songs about, like, my life. I use music as a way to entertain as well. Like, whenever I play FIFA or Call of Duty, I would rap about what I'm doing in FIFA and Call of Duty, and I would do, like, rap battles between people, or act as if I was Mourinho against Arsene Wenger, and then, you know, do rap battles between them, or Messi versus Ronaldo and do rap battles between them. You know, just for me, it was always just entertaining.
And as he made this move, he decided that between his exploits in the ring and rhyming, it gave him room to do everything he wanted.
And then you gotta, like, I mean, you don't have to understand it if you don't want to. You don't have to agree with it if you don't want to. But the thing with rap is that, you know, when he's talking about rapping about his life, and he's literally like, you're comparing football players and you're rapping about, you know, soccer and video games and, you know, these funny, I'm on a horse, take a look, like, you know, these funny things. There are then kids the same age as you rapping about gun violence, death, murder, gang violence, all these things that are a way more appealing to the ear topic for individuals, and that's also the life they're living, and it's bad for them. I'm not glorifying this or saying it's good, but it's bad for them that that's the life they're living. But in terms of their music, it's actually good for them because for some reason that's become the new norm that people look for when it comes to rap. And I think that's also a large part of why rap is now dying, and I'm thankful that it is, because hopefully people will be able to open their ears a little bit, listen to some different music other than songs about R-wording qua. Like, it's just
performing raps for laughs, KSI began to transition gradually, and in 2015, he formally began his hip-hop career with the track Lamborghini alongside P Money. And as the track peaked at number 30 on the charts in his native UK, KSI clearly felt he was onto something good. And from there, he came out the gate throwing shade at others for
Second, notice, first song to blow up is what? About flexing your car, which is a popular motif, a popular theme that was already prevalent in rap. People can get with that. You're flexing. Look, he's got money. He's got fast cars. What else? You know, then you can go, I got girl, but KSI is not that type of dude to be, you feel me? So then it's like, if that's not really you, you can't fit in with the crowd, unfortunately, bro. You're not from that background.
Same thing.
Who are the top 5 YouTube rappers?
Number 1,
Dead or
KSI.
alive?
Okay, bro.
Number 1, KSI.
Number 1,
no
KSI.
rap to save your life, bro. You're dead. Okay, don't.
But
don't
no, I
ever
rate
again.
him getting involved though.
Yeah, I think he knows he's not good.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, that's why I got involved.
See, let me put what's his name in there as well as
Wait, worst or?
I've forgotten his name. Jake Paul.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't put him in the worst.
Oh,
He can still
my gosh, bro. He is trash.
Think about-
He is so trash. He's one of the worst rappers I've ever seen in my life. He's dead. Don't you dare talk to me about Logan Paul.
Logan's better than Jake.
No, that shit. That nigga don't even write his.
As he kept making songs with UK rap royalty like
But you see how, like, that switch up KSI just had, where he, that nigga didn't even write his shit. The nigga didn't. That's not you. That's not genuine. That's not. I don't even know how to word it really. That's not. You didn't even sound. It didn't even sound like you were allowed to say the N-word just now. That nigga don't even write his shit. Like, it doesn't even sound like you, bro. It's like, so people hear that, they're like, who are you to criticize someone about not writing their own stuff and yada yada yada, when, like, you're not even genuinely, that's not you, bro.
He is trash.
Listen to this.
He is so trash. He's one of the worst rappers I've ever seen in my life. He's dead. Don't you dare talk to me about Logan Paul.
Logan's better than Jake.
No, that shit. That nigga don't even write his.
That sounds like a white dude saying the N-word. Low-key.
KSI's focus continued to drift, and back then, he knew that he had an uphill battle ahead of him. During a lengthy interview with Anthony Fantano, he discussed the fact that he knew there was a stigma as a content creator crossing over into another form of creativity.
You know, as a YouTuber, that's just how it is. Like, you always have to re-innovate yourself and, you know, progress and keep doing better. And I'm just the type of person that I hate just accepting the norm or accepting just one thing. So I feel like with the album that I released.
By the way, I'm a KSI fan. He's literally, I won't even say he's one of my favorite YouTubers, and I've watched the most in my YouTube journey, if you will, weird way to put it. But yeah, I've been watching YouTube for probably, I want to say, 3 years after YouTube was released, or 3 or 4 years after YouTube was released, I started watching YouTube and haven't stopped since, basically. So basically, since like around 2010-ish, I've been watching YouTube, and I've been watching KSI specifically probably since like 2013. And it's just, it's been 12 years now. He jumps from genre to genre so seamlessly, like he's so willing to do new things and put sort of, you know, your reputation on the line, to do these new adventures that have proven to be very fruitful for him, and I love that about it.
It's opened up, so many doors, man, like when it comes to music, because I know a lot of artists were very hesitant towards me because they didn't really get it. They didn't know where I was at. They thought, they didn't think this was serious. They thought this was just a bit of a joke and all this and that. So once they saw the numbers, once they saw that I was serious, and once they saw that, I had musical talent, I feel like people are now starting to respect me more. I don't think I'll ever get rid of that stigma. I think that stigma will always be there.
Yeah, see, that level of self-awareness is very important. You won't. Unfortunately, it is very unfortunate, but you won't. You'll never get rid of that stigma. You'll never be able to get rid of that small portion of the audience that will always say, "Isn't that the YouTuber?"
And no matter what I do, like,
you kind of play into it a lot yourself anyway.
It's one of those things where you just have to prove yourself and show everyone that you can do it, and you essentially have to work harder.
Better known as a YouTuber than a serious spitter, KSI continued to advance towards his debut album, and in the process, he even set up his own record label. Over the course of features with Rick Ross, Lil Baby, Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, Polo G, and others.
I wonder how much he had to pay for these goddamn features. Like, these are some pretty big names, like Rick Ross, Polo G, Lil Baby. Those are some pretty big names. We're talking about maybe like hundreds of $1,000 features right there.
KSI attempted to legitimize himself with the project that was titled Dissimulation. Peaking at number 2 in the UK and 194 in the US, KSI's debut album did well enough to be...
That is such a drastic disparity. Number 2 UK, 194 US. It just shows you how big the US audience is for hip-hop, bro.
Certified gold in Britain. But it's safe to say that his critics and the general hip-hop audience were not impressed. Some cited it as yet another example of a rap album that pulls the genre down. KSI is the perfect example of an uninteresting artist who manages to live well without ever contributing anything positive.
This person had to be a hater, though. You don't even write that about an album. You write that about a person. Like, he doesn't like KSI in general. Like, this is a biased article, 100%. Who is outside bumping that Boricua music?
And in a testament to how low his own expectations were for how the public would receive it,
all right, bro, hold on. Cause that nigga's wildin'.
Thrilled to get a 4 out of 10 from the needle drop.
Like, for me, I am gassed that my album is just clear. There is not a not good on it. If I got a not good, I think I'd want to top.
There is not a not good on it? I don't know. You can't. I don't know many artists that have dropped albums with not a single song that was not good.
Myself. Like, he's given a not good to Nav, Jonah Lucas, Lil Baby, Justin Bieber, Trippie Redd, Logic, DJ Khaled. Yo, the list just goes on and on of not goods that he's given. So for me to not have a not good is progress. I've already completed stage 1. Holy shit. This is big, man. This is damn. Alright, let's go. It feels weird him saying my name. Yo, rewind that.
Despite the simulation not getting the best response, the alarming part is it was probably the most well-received project he's ever dropped. And
I remember that this simulation dropped too, man. That's a big time for KSI fans.
Since then, it's been all downhill, with KSI even making inadvisable moves, which has prevented anyone else wasn't already.
Bro, I remember like the link up with Logan Paul was one of the most questionable and still like just genuinely must be one of his most regrettable moves, and like I just don't get it.
Tapped into the idea of his music career to want to get
Still
involved.
don't get it.
Although he didn't get the acclaim he wanted, KSI's seemingly endless budget for features meant that he kept getting major cosigns. This led to the release of his second project, All Over the Place, an album which topped the UK charts and finally earned a spot on the US Hot 100 in 2021, courtesy of Lose with Lil Wayne. Even if it scored number 86 on the charts, it was a huge success, and the music video went on.
You get a Wayne feature, that is a stamp of a W approval. W is for Wheezy. That is an approval right there that for me, this is just for me, if you have a Wayne feature, you're certified a musician. No one can ever try to take that from you and be like, no, he's just a YouTuber. That nigga got a Wayne feature. You cannot tell me he's not an artist. You can't.
To get 30 million views on YouTube, a number which aspiring rappers could only dream of.
Like a good Wayne feature too, not just one that Wayne did to make a bag off of some loser.
In fact, throughout his career, his songs have barely outperformed the joke tracks dropped by Kai and Speed, which led him to troll them over the numbers.
Easy's on what? 954,000 streams on Spotify. Let's see Speed's new song with Kai Cenat. Let's have a look. Oh, they have less streams now.
The World Cup had how many? 54 blood clean.
There's no way. Wait, but their song came out April the 27th. Bro, it's almost been out for a month and I have more streams in a week.
But this was a weird flex, considering he was only marginally outperforming the song that was a joke. Unsurprisingly, Kai pointed this out to him in brutal fashion.
You're a full-time musician, and we're just only 100,000 listeners behind you. And we've only promoted the song once. And both me and Speed really don't give a about music, and we absolutely said bullshit on the track. You stood there and put your
I hate the little evil music in the background.
Heart and soul on the notes, and we're still as close to you as ever. We're better. Stick to boxing, buddy.
He's about to repeat we're better.
Oh, wait. Stick to YouTube.
Oh, alright, bro. Okay, bro. Okay,
Still,
bro.
he kept pushing forward, reminding everyone of his success in the UK.
That was petty. That was petty. That was petty.
Anytime critics try to come for him.
Oh, shit.
No! Oh my god! Wow!
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
But
just shitting on Louis Capaldi for no reason.
He was about to head down a road, which meant that people were about to relish hating his music. This came when it was revealed that he was involved in a crypto scheme pump and dump, which was uncovered when he logged back into it. All of it was exposed at length by internet detective CoffeeZilla in a YouTube video, and he came with receipts.
He goes on, remember when KSI posted this? All of a sudden, my XCAD bag is looking juicy again. Huddle gang.
The last MF you want investigating you, we've repeated this across this channel many times, is Coffee MFing Zilla. Alright? That
then
dude
proceeded to dump $850,000 worth of XCAD over the following days from his wallet address. But looking at the date of when this all happened, I realized Zach has been holding onto this piece of evidence, waiting for KSI to come back to this account for years. He had this tweet in the draft, and KSI logging back in activated the trap card. Zach also shared a picture as proof. A series of transactions from KSI's wallet were starting on March 27th when he sent that tweet. KSI started selling XCAD. The same day he tweeted he was part of the HODL gang, slang for someone who wouldn't sell this crypto coin, right?
JJ, my boy, you already a millionaire by this point. Why?
Reportedly, he was part of an ongoing scheme to sell once people gravitated towards the coins, something that he previously done on other crypto coins, which he tweeted about before selling 174,000 worth of each. But KSI chalked it up to poor trading while claiming he was above it.
I've turned down millions and millions and millions of deals. Like tens of millions of me to do, I don't know, some gambling stuff or some really like, I'm trying to, just low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit. So many low-hanging fruit type deals, and I've just passed on it. I've just said nah. So why would I go on crypto and...
It just doesn't even sound genuine. I'm not gonna lie. Like, JJ, it doesn't look good, my boy. It doesn't sound like you're telling the truth right now.
Pump and dump. For what? I think there was at one point I pump and dumped apparently for $150. Crazy.
But despite his efforts to try and justify it, the public weren't willing to accept his excuses after CoffeeZilla exposed him, failing to understand why these already rich people are willing to throw their audience to the wolves. Boggles my mind how these guys already have a legitimate business where they make millions, but still feel the need.
You see, I think the comment below that is actually more important. This aged well. It makes sense that he would team up Mr. Beast and Logan to feed kids processed garbage. Like, none of the team ups he's made since about 2023 have made sense. I don't understand even necessarily why the Sidemen haven't talked some sense into him about this. Is like, the alignment with Logan Paul never made sense. It's like JJ has felt this obligation because he was one of the major people to like take down Logan, and they had this huge beef that he was also responsible for bringing him back up and building him back up, bro. You had a chance to destroy this man and leave him in the dirt where he was supposed to be at, and instead you gave him the boxing event, which at the time he was being shat on because of the whole Japanese thing, and he didn't have any credibility left. And then the boxing event sort of started to rally his fans back a little bit because now it was a rivalry between the USA and the UK. Everybody started, cheering for the US. Logan's on the US side, gets back fans that way. He performed pretty well in the boxing event, gets back fans that way. The promotion of the boxing event, getting back fans that way. And then now he's back to the status where he's a billionaire, doesn't have to really care what happens anymore. It's like, JJ didn't need to do any of that. I don't understand any of the alignment there. And then teaming up with one of the dudes who's literally ruining the platform that I don't get it.
How these guys already have a legitimate business where they make millions, but still feel the need to scam others out of their money. Between this and selling lunch products to kids with Mr. Beast and Logan Paul, KSI's capitalistic rep couldn't have come at a worse time. Because after everyone came for him over the crypto scam, they were all warmed up to rip his new music to pieces.
Ring to the pen, to the key. Where's my crown? That's my bling. Always drama. Nice, brilliant, smart, hilarious. Dad, we have been listening to the new KSI for 5 hours. Can we please listen to something else?
Yeah, I haven't had these. Isha's right here. Hold on. Yeah, I'll show y'all. These right here. These Johns are bussin'. These Johns, they're called ginger, like Swedish thins. Bro. I'm playing a video, my fault.
How old is this brother, fam? You are not old enough to drive.
For those who weren't aware of KSI as a musical artist before, the meme cycle was about to put them on notice with the release of Thick of It, a single which was released alongside a feature with Trippie Redd and a high production value music video complete with CGI. JJ clearly thought he had one this time around, especially as he hyped it up a whole lot prior to it dropping.
Me and Trippie Redd have a song, Thick of It. Obviously you guys know we have a song, but we filmed the music video as well. Music video is cold. I can't wait for that to come out. Bro, when I'm telling you.
The thing is with Thick of It, the music video is better than the song.
The music? Top notch, man. I'm excited about music again. It's sick. Some big bangers with this song. Obviously, Thick of It, it's just about my life. Low is the type of song where if you just listen to vibes, it's a banger. You're just there like, oh.
I'm not gonna lie. Low was good. I'm feeling low. That song was good. That song was good. But Think of It.
This is sick. But if you listen to the lyrics,
He was just there like, yo, is JJ alright? He sounds kind of depressed.
But the minute that it dropped, everyone, including Trippie Redd, began relentlessly clowning KSI for the track's
I was held hostage to do this. If this doesn't hit 20 million views the first month, KSI won't let me go. Please free me. I think this is just him playing into the whole thing. You gotta remember, because like this was the thing at the time. This was the thing, was to be like, oh, the song's trash. You know, JJ's torturing everybody by making them listen to the song. But it was still getting, you know, it was still getting a lot of views and a lot of listens too.
in generic sound.
Whoa! Whoa! Bro.
This shit is so...
I can't quit your music. Quit that. Turn that. No. Turn that track.
Trolled from every conceivable corner, KSI
He
struggled
kept
to
going
face
even
up to
after
the
he hung
scrutiny,
up.
and unfortunately, he did the worst thing imaginable for an online figure. He let them know the criticism was getting to him.
Imagine putting your heart and soul into a project and then releasing it to the world and everyone's going, ha ha, us, trash.
Bro, y'all not gonna be able to see it. Y'all not gonna be able to see it, and I can't move anything because my fucking thing is, my Discord, what is it called? OBS is messed up. But Aiden's face.
You suck, bro. Know yourself. How does that make you feel?
Anybody that hates on this song, you're a hater, okay? He's going crazy. He's the #1 song in the world right now, and everyone needs to lay off JJ. It's about his life.
You pulled it out.
Do I think it's good? No, but I'm telling people to off and stick up for you, bro.
No. Then you're pissing me off.
You know that his ass. It's not my fault. You an asshole.
You're all your fans. You.
No. Oh, come on, JJ, dude.
And when that didn't work, he tried leaning into it, only to wind up getting more annoyed in the process.
Today we are reacting to Think of It TikToks. The label thought it would be a good idea, especially because more people decided to post more TikToks.
This is the part where I knew he was just leaning into it. There's no way your label's like, yo, bro, you have to make reaction videos about people talking shit about the song. There's no fucking way his label instructed him to do this.
Using the song, and even though
you made the label,
stop, you guys are just on a hating rampage. In hell, man, you lot are such twats. Oh man. I mean, I really like the song. I think the song is a banger. It is. The song is an absolute banger. Yes.
That's why your mama dead. Dead as hell.
Alright, yeah. You're wildin'. Like, that's what I mean. Like, it's like, just hate on the song. Like, his mom is literally not dead, so why say that? I don't.
What shoe she got on? What shoe she had on her castle?
Nah, what? Nah, I rebuke it in the name of Jesus, man. And I'm not even religious like that, but off, man.
Once the dust settled, KSI claimed all the rage was strategic, being used as a ploy to promote the track.
I'd say the only thing I would have done...
Mind you, he came out and said this was, like, all this after. That nigga was definitely mad at some point. Like,
probably the 2 tweets that I did at Dan.
The first 2.
I think those were genuine.
Yeah.
Those were me, like, this guy.
Yeah.
Don't come on my business, da 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 da. But then, because I had a single coming out, I was like, oh my god, I can just use this as a way to market my song. I can use all this hate, all this attention, and just drive it to people going to my song.
We've already spoke about all this because we've been shooting crime stuff all day.
Yeah.
But I told you that I've always said that attention is the currency.
Yes.
But I don't...
You see how scummy this attention is the currency? This is coming after, by the way, this man filmed a dead body in what was called a unalive yourself forest in Japan. Made up the most bullshit PR stunt fucking apology you could think of. And then JJ helped dig back his reputation, and he's sitting in front of all of us just, I've always said, attention is a currency. Like, you're just scummy. I don't understand why you were good, JJ. You had your boys. You didn't need this nigga in any circle you were in.
I don't always practice what I preach.
Yeah.
You really practice.
Well, that's what, like for me, I've been doing this for so long. So, you know, I've been loved, I've been hated, I've been wherever in between. So I'm just like, all right, cool. Let me just embrace this. Like, you know, I put the song out and it was just getting a ton of hate. People clowning on it. And, you know, I know the song is good. But I know a lot of people, you know, are just...
You see when he looked over at him?
People clowning on it. And, you know, I know...
Come on.
I know the song is good, but I know a lot of people, you know, are just gonna jump on the trend. A lot of people are sheep. They're just gonna follow and just do whatever they want to do. So I was like, all right, cool. Let me just lean into this and be pissed off, angry. Tell people, guys, stop making memes, knowing that they're gonna make more memes. It'll just be like, oh, stop making.
Did Logan look like he believed him?
Into this and be pissed off, angry. Tell people, guys, stop making memes.
Come on.
Knowing that they're gonna make more memes, it'll just be like, oh, stop.
Hold on, I gotta check this just to make sure that it's good. Come on.
Making fun of me, knowing that they're gonna make fun of me more, and like, stop making videos on me.
But considering how much he looked like he was about to burst into a legitimate rage, people weren't having that whatsoever. Someone said this was an insane cope. Bro was damn near in tears on Aiden Ross's stream, trying to play it off as if he isn't mad. After Thick of It got so resoundingly clowned, it took KSI back several steps in terms of his quest to be considered as a legitimate artist in hip-hop. But to be honest, he would have been facing an uphill battle no matter what, even if he wasn't a YouTuber or had his songs roll out descent into mass mockery. Ultimately, his nationality isn't doing him any favors.
Exactly. I think that's one of the... It's like, bro, you were never going to be even at the level of... let's say Dave, let's say Stormzy, let's say Central C, like that's the level you'd be aspiring to get to. Those level artists, when you translate that to an American hip hop artist, are at the same tier as, I would say, what's a good comparison? Lil Baby, Da Baby. And these are people that, by the way, they got to like C, maybe B tier, where they could feature on any song they wanted to, but if they put out their own album, nobody's listening really. And so that's the level he was going to be peaking at, and he fell short of getting to there. So it's like it was going to be hard no matter what you did.
Because while people like Dave, Skepta, Central,
I'm gonna go. I am.
and Stormzy are megastars over in the UK, there's a whole lot of American listeners who don't want to hear it. And like many other...
Did I just fucking Piccolo foresight the goddamn point he was about to make?
Aspects of his public persona which disqualify him from the forefront of the game. KSI has found this a hard reality to accept.
Stand listening to nigga London rap. When you come in the cup, when you cup, and you go, and you throw in the hot, and you that shit sounds ridiculous.
It's because of the accent, bro. It's like, bro, nobody's taking you seriously, bro. You thought you're gonna pull out the nyang and chop up a man? Like, dog, nobody's afraid of you, dog. Nobody's afraid of you, bro. And the thing is, you might actually do it. You might actually do it. But when you tell somebody you're gonna dip them up, it's like, what is that? What does that mean, my friend? I don't.
It's like, you know, something.
I'm not intimidated by
I went
you.
out there.
I'm sorry.
Man, fuck them motherfuckers, bro.
He don't know what to say because he knows it's true. No one's afraid of y'all, bro.
I mean, Central C, Dave, AJ Tracy, like I could go on Skepta. Like,
who the hell is AJ Tracy?
Shut up. All right, we got bangers. We got UK people making bangers left, right, and center. That's pissed me off.
Beyond that, he takes the distaste towards YouTube rappers personally. And recently, he started defending DDG as he experienced hate over his own strides into music.
And that's the thing, remember, DDG is a YouTuber, but he's an American rapper. And he also kind of was brought up in a, you know, at least in an area where the stuff he's rapping about is prevalent. And still, the whole YouTuber moniker is fucking him up and making it hard for him to break into being an actual rapper when that's literally all DDG does now. But then he'll still participate in and do things like vlogs and stuff on YouTube channels, so that people are always going to see you as a YouTuber. So you just have to picture it as like, kind of like what KSI is saying in the comment there. Just take it as, okay, yes, I'm a YouTuber. I'm about to be a YouTuber that's better than this rapper, or that's better than your favorite rapper. You feel me? Like, that's the mentality you have to have instead of being like, no guys, I am a rapper. See, hippity hippity hop. Like, nigga, nobody's gonna take that shit serious.
Forget your roots. No one truly cares about us in the music industry. They want to jump on us because we're hot. If we ain't hot anymore, best believe we're getting thrown away to the side. YouTube is the core that keeps everything alive. It's not a stepping stone, it's the foundation. Be proud to be a YouTube rapper. Ain't nothing to be ashamed of. Despite his best efforts, KSI is struggling to crawl out from the debris of thick of it. And as he unveiled his new songs in Catch Me If You Can and So Far Away, he's
I actually haven't listened to either of these, so I should probably give them a listen.
Faced the same issues where the public is instantly dismissing it.
Auto-tune.
Meanwhile, he's enlisting his reserves of cash purely to boost the numbers with a stunt.
Alright, yo, what's up, everyone? Okay, listen up. I want to see you make your best lyric video to my up-and-coming song, So Far Away, and I'll post the winner on my main YouTube channel, the KSI one, and also the winner gets £10,000 in full credit. I'm only giving you 30 seconds of the song, so click the link here to enter and hear it and be creative. Entries close on the 24th of May at 23:59 BST. Alright.
And in a move which certainly isn't going to help his public perception, he then began.
I like that though. You're getting the fans, you know, participating with the music or whatnot. Like, I don't think it's a bad shot. It's like, you gotta do what you gotta do to promote your song.
Roasting the submissions.
Come on, man. Resounding no, yeah, 80% no, bro. Fuck.
Wait, this is. What the fuck is this? Wait, what is this? Yeah.
This?
Fuck that.
I can't believe you wasted your time and my time and everyone else's time doing this, you piece of shit.
It's just the way
This
is the way he flips.
I can't believe you wasted your time and my time and everyone else's time doing this. Don't ever do this again.
I can't even find the words.
What a waste. Stupid man. Stupid.
Nigga,
and unfortunately, the reception to the song depicts the uphill battle he faces to be taken seriously.
Yeah,
because
bro.
these days, people are writing it off before.
My boy just texted me if I'm still on. You could have checked. You could have literally just went on my channel and checked. You're literally my moderator.
It's even released. Can someone actually tell me if it's shit before I listen to it? But when those who actually went in with an open mind listened, they found it to be nowhere near as bad as everyone was pretending.
Yeah, wait, what song is
this? Good. I think people hate on it because they like seeing KSI.
It's the new one. Okay, yeah, I gotta listen to it.
Now that the precedent is set, it seems like music.
Cause this kind of reminds me of the song he did with that weird white guy, that kind of chubby fat white guy. Remember that guy that he did that song with? That guy
might be one area of his life where he won't be able to dominate to the same extent.
Oliver Tree or some shit like that.
As he has with everything else.
Wagwan, Ja.
But
welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat, Ja.
If that's the case, then it's by no means a failure. After all, JJ is so prominent to the extent that he's a judge on Britain's Got Talent, which is the equivalent of when Nicki Minaj or Mariah Carey did it in the States.
What? See, like, this is where you're at now. You're at this level of things. You're not a rapper. Oh. Sorry, yes. I'm not reading that like a Jamaican, my fault. I had to search my brain. I was like, am I in who? Fire for that! But no, yes. But then yes.
Beyond that, he's incredibly influential in the content.
For the YouTubers, for the people on YouTube that might see this video after, I don't show my chat on stream. I'm speaking to someone in chat, my fault.
Said that it's never been a secret. I remember meeting him at Nando's, and I knew now, knowing what I've done is I would have hated it now. But he's eating his food, and I'm like, oh brother, I'm a big fan, and I've spotted him now, and I've got nowhere to sit, so I've sat next to him, right? Which is, well, I know him now, I've seen it, but bro, he's still chatting to my norms, bro. This is big KSI fan, and I thought to myself again, that's what made me think, when I get big, I will never ever be disrespectful because of how nice this guy is to me.
And it's not just UK stars.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. KSI is a genuine dude. I watch him for this reason. Like, I have on my YouTube tier list, I think the only person above KSI would be PewDiePie. Hey, thank you for the sub, Ja. Thank you for the sub. I respect it. Yeah. Are you like in Jamaica, or are you just asking if I was in the U.S.? Where you from? Let me know where you from.
Or saluting you. He's even been praised by the leading streamer of the world today as someone who paved the way.
Is JJ still the most famous black content creator, or has Speed and Kai surpassed him? Ooh, I'd say I am probably still more famous, but Kai and Speed more relevant.
Yeah, I say it.
Yeah, I was gonna say when it comes to internet, Kai and Speed are more relevant on the internet. But when you say famous, oh, you're in the Caribbean. What flags are those? What flags are those? Chat spam one for me. I'm gonna throw this up on the screen just so y'all can participate for a second. Let me pop out the chat. Pop out the chat and put it right here. So just so that y'all can see what the foolishness these N-words be up to, okay? Especially the boy Trailblazer, because he's the real one. I don't know what any of those flags are, if anybody could let me know.
Hey, Cap, but he didn't say nothing wrong, gang. To be in the game for 10 years is a lot. Look, this is why I respect KSI. I was watching him while he was making millions.
That's
Beyond
a fact.
that, his audience is
You gotta
undeniably
respect
devoted,
KSI. You
is
can never throw
every
no
time he
disrespect
leaves
on
his
KSI's
home
name.
to mingle with fans.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry. We're getting distracted a little bit from the video because this man Vaunt is now spamming. Shout out to Trailblazer, man. And also special shout out to Ja, who is over there in the Caribbean, giving me a shout out, giving me a sub. Shout out to you for subbing and welcome to the channel, man. I hope I can entertain you for the next couple hours. We might jump onto some FIFA actually, so if you are a football fan, you can stick around and watch us play some FIFA and bust some ass, if you would like.
Thank you. I know your birthday's in 20 days. So
Oh, well, yeah. No way.
He's such a genuine guy.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Like, I think meeting KSI would be the only thing that could top that experience for me in terms of like meeting a celebrity, if you will, meeting one of the people I grew up watching, would be meeting PewDiePie. I think it would be so chill. I actually feel like meeting KSI in public would be more genuine than meeting PewDiePie. I wouldn't want to disturb him and his family, and he has a kid now, so I would feel so bad walking up to him like, "Hi PewDiePie, I know you're spending time with, was it Thor? What was his name? Bjorn? Whatever his son is. I know you're spending time with your son. Can I talk to you for a second? Have a picture?" Like, that would be, but KSI, he's chilling, so, yeah.
You're such a great brother, JJ, in so many ways. Oh, that's so... Bro! Thank you, man. I'm gonna be, what, 32? Oh, God.
all the best. I'm just
Thank you.
22, right?
Yeah, bro. Well, enjoy it, man. Enjoy your 20s.
With everything he's got going for him, KSI has a lot to be grateful for.
I'm saying,
So
like, bro,
if
you don't even need to worry about being a rapper or making it, you know, in the rap world. Like, you have so many other ventures that you're really, really good at, and you have one that I think you're the best at, which is just being a creator in general. At the end of the day, KSI can always just go back to making reaction videos to funny content online, and yes, his viewership might drop down, but he'd always be making a steady income from it. KSI will never not be a YouTuber. He solidified himself as one of the GOATs. You don't have to be respected in hip-hop, bro. Honestly, fuck hip-hop. Look at the people that are respected in hip-hop. They're some of the most vile human beings on the planet. So
he should do it simply for love, rather than hoping for the public's acceptance, especially in the States. Because no matter what he tries, it doesn't look like he's going to get it anytime soon.
That is why hip-hop does not respect KSI. That is a video by the one, the only Louaista. Be sure to subscribe to Louaista if you have not already. And for those who are on YouTube, I hope you guys enjoyed. Obviously, the last thing I want to do is take any views and credit from these streamers or these YouTubers that are making these videos. So if anything, go and check these videos out before you watch me react to them if you haven't watched them already. But if you have and you'd like to just hear opinions on them and hear me yap and talk about a video, then welcome. And for the YouTubers, I'll begin the video here. YouTube, what up?